A lot of young men are incredibly lazy these days. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and try to make it seem like I'm just the god of work. Like I'm just this dude who I'm the best worker in the world, and like I'm just the hardest, most getting stuff done dude ever to grace the face of YouTube. Honestly, I would give that title to my dad. He the one that showed me the value of hard work since I was younger. Like, my mom and dad, they've been doing business for years. Like, I remember when they was into real estate and whatnot, my dad would take me up there to the apartment buildings that he was fixing and everything. And since I was little, I've known my dad to be a very hard worker. A man that gets stuff done and handles his business. Like, more than anybody that I can think of. And so, my dad has taught me a lot over the years, and he's also like put me to work over the years too. Growing up, like I remember I was like 9 years old. I had my own dolly. Like I would help them cart furniture and boxes and different things around using my little dolly. By the time I was like 11 years old, like my dad would have me helping him with things like plastering and painting rooms and hauling stuff, like chopping wood and all kinds of stuff. Like my dad had me doing all kinds of things, and he would tell me, look man, you gotta grow up used to hard work, because ain't nothing gonna just give itself to you. Like anything that you want out of life, you're gonna have to earn it. Like flat out and simple, the world is not gonna just hand you what you want on a silver platter. So as I got older, I got used to farm work, like hauling big old heavy wheelbarrows of dirt and doing all kinds of stuff. Like my mom and dad really showed me what hard work was, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't really care for it. I was like, of course I didn't like it. What young person likes chores, I remember in my teen years, right? My dad just needed me to cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? Very simple task, right? And I was just taking forever to get to it. Like I was just dragging my feet, being lazy about it and everything, right? And so my dad pulled me aside and he asked me a question. He was like, Elijah, do you want a wife when you get older? And I was like, yeah, I want to be married when I get older, He looked at me like, well, she ain't gonna want to be married to you. Not with this lazy man-child persona that you trying to develop. Women want a hard worker. They want a man that they know can provide for them and take care of their family. All that type of stuff, man. You can't even, if you scared of work, man, you're not going to be able to keep a wife. Don't a woman want a bum. Don't a woman want to marry no bum. You know what I'm saying? And I remember at the time, like, my ego was definitely bruised at the time. I was like, man, I remember I felt some type of way about that. But it's like, what he said was very firm and so true. And it really showed me myself at the time. But it's like, now that I done got older and I'm out here in the real world and I'm seeing the different people out here in the workforce that I have to work around, who I have to depend on, and different things like that, and I just see how these young men have no motivation at all. It's freaking disheartening, man. And it seems like, for some reason, I always end up getting paired off with somebody who's extremely lazy. People who won't show up to work, you know what I'm saying? So I'm there busting my behind, doing work by myself until they finally show up like a couple of hours late, or they don't show up at all, and so they gotta have me over there training a new person how to do the other person's spot. So I'm doing my job and training somebody else how to do their job at the same time. All because people don't want to show up to work. In the middle of a freaking pandemic, where people would have been laid off and they don't have jobs and they're no income, but you got literally a job sitting right there on a silver platter saying, yo, just show up and I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna pay your bills. But people are like, no, I don't want to work though. And you know what? I'm gonna just point out the elephant in the room. One thing that I noticed that a lot of young men have in common these days, especially young brothers, is that a lot of them didn't grow up with a strong father figure in their life. They didn't grow up, you know what I'm saying, being taught what it means to be a man and all that type of stuff. And like I said, I know that I don't have my life just 100% figured out. I'm not just sitting up here like on some, you know what I'm saying, like try to teach y'all how to be a man type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here making it seem like I just got it all mastered or anything, but I do know that having my father speak those firm words to me growing up and teaching me how to have a mindset towards handling my business and getting stuff done and all that type of stuff has really helped me over the years. It's like the last job that I worked was by far harder than anything that I have to do at the current place that I work at right now. I'm stacking and hauling tires and unloading them off the truck and all that type of stuff. It was the hardest thing. It was harder than anything that I was doing working for the company I work at now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I'd be at my current job throwing down and people be looking at me like I'm crazy, like, dang, you slaving up in there or whatever, right? And I'm like, bro, this is nothing. I mean, you should have seen me at my last job, dude. You should have seen me on the farm. I grew up hauling bales of hay and cleaning chicken crap and goat crap and you know what I'm saying, hanging drywall, digging holes, digging out ponds, you know what I'm saying, hauling wheelbarrows of dirt for the garden and the crops, you know what I'm saying, out there in the hot sun, de-weeding, you know what I'm saying, like building stuff, building structures, tearing down old structures, hauling the debris to the curb so the city can pick it up. Like, I done did some of everything, man. And because my dad allowed me to see what hard work was like growing up, working on the farm, like they used to do back in the old days, you know, they try to make it seem like, you know, like you're mistreating your child by subjecting them to chores and hard work and all that type of stuff. When back in the day, kids were very resourceful and strong and very mature back then, like the 1920s, helping ma and pa out there in the yard as they milked the cows and hauled hay and did all that type of stuff. But now all kids want to do is sit on their cell phone or on the freaking Xbox playing video games all day, and then when mama tell them to get up and take the trash out, they feel so entitled, like they don't, like they mama don't have the right to tell them to get off of the game that she paid for with her freaking money, as you sat up in her house just freeloading, you doggone 17 years old, no income, no value or substance that you bring to the house, but you so entitled, thinking that your mama is just supposed to just pay for all your little stupid habits, all your little junk food, your stupid cell phone bills. You can talk to your stupid friends from your stupid school as you sit around with no ambition in life, but you just so entitled, thinking that you don't have to do no chores, you ain't got to do no dishes, you ain't got to sweep the floor, none of that type. That's the kind of generation that has been raised, man, over the past 20 years. And that's why at my job, like, a lot of young men can't take the work. It's like they so used to mama and daddy giving them everything that they want, to where when they gotta go and slave in the same factory that they daddy slaved in, they like, oh man, I can't take this, I'm gonna just quit. You know what I'm saying? I saw a meme one time, it talked about how a lot of young people in today's time be the fastest to quit a job. I'm like, dang, no self-motivation whatsoever. I'm gonna end this video by saying this. If you're a young man and you're watching this video and you got some things that you want out of life, listen very carefully. Get up off your behind and go get it. and do what you gotta do. If that means you gotta get a job so you can save up money so that you can get some of the things that you want to get so you can use your job as a stepping stone or whatever it is you gotta do, man, do that. And once you get that job, show your behind up to work. Go to work, okay? Get up off your behind, put them boots on, go to work. Stop calling in. Stop taking points for no reason. Go to work, okay? I'm Elijah Wright. You can like this video, you can dislike it, you can subscribe, or you can unsubscribe, share, and comment. With that, I'll say peace.